Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoot, back with the UBC, the United Battle Championship Season 6 draft analysis. So I better pull up the doc so I don't forget too much. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've been here in the United Battle Championship. Season 4 was a huge success. Season 5 drafted a weird team, a bunch of solid mons individually, but working as a team, they didn't work that well. So we kind of didn't play our best, and eventually just got to the point where we didn't even like our team. So we've drafted a new squad this season. Something I felt a lot more comfortable with pre-draft. Obviously yet to play with it, but it looks like it'll be a lot better in practice than the last one. Anyways, we had last pick of the draft. We had I think 12th pick. I want to say 12th pick or something close to that. Let's see, we had 14th pick. Okay, so there's 14 coaches. That's why I was thrown off there a bit. So we had 14th pick, but we had the wheel, and then again later on. So 14th overall pick, Kieran Black went first, Blacephalon went second, Hoopa Unbound third, Coco fourth, Zygarde fifth, Cartana sixth, Celesteela seventh, Weavile eighth, Landers Therian ninth, Megalodios 10th, Mega Diancie 11th, Mew 12th, and Mega Kangaskhan 13th. So I had the ability to pick up Manaphy once again. Or it's not so much that I wanted to use Manaphy. I'm actually almost burnt out on using it, but it's such a good mon that I just didn't really feel like facing it, and figured like I always wanted to pair it with a certain mon, and never got that option. I have paired it with Victini before, but not quite this mon. I wanted to draft this, I think, in PBF Season 4, and wasn't able to get it. Able to get it here in the wheel draft though. So first off, talk about Manaphy for a second before I go on to my next pick. Manaphy's pretty self-explanatory. Tail Glow 3 attacks, Tail Glow Rain Dance 2 attacks, Calm Mind Rain Dance Rest Scald. Then there's utility sets like I think it gets Heal Bell and Knock Off, U-Turn, things like that. Can run the Acid Armor set. Has lots of different coverage like Ice Beam, Energy Ball, Grass Knot, Dazzling Gleam for those dragons. Like Kyurem specifically, since Ice Beam doesn't do that much. Yeah, this thing is just great, really. Really not too much to say about it. Awesome ability, Hydration in the Rain, base 100 stats. Really not much to say about it. I did make it my Z captain, so there's things like Z Rain Dance, Hydro Vortex, Sub-Zero Slammer, Bloom Doom, all those things. I think there's actually some cool other sets that you can run, like Banded Liquidation now with the since Liquidation's like 85% power. This is a new move. It's 85% power, 100% accurate, and 20% chance to lower the defense by 1. Phenomenal, just phenomenal. Scald Burns can set the rest of my team up really well. Oh yeah. And then there's things like Heart Swap, where I would change all stat changes with the target. Skill Swap, where you change the ability. Psych Up, Natural Gift. Lots of different things this thing can do. Really excited to use it again. Even though, like I said, I'm kind of burnt out on it. But yeah, just generally really good mon. Top 5 in the format still. That's never going to change. It's typing, unless there's like a new type advantage to water, then this thing's always going to be one of the best mons in the format. So next up, we got Mega Charizard X, our boy Reddington, coming through here with rocking another mon with base 100 speed, base 130 attack, and special attack, but with Tough Claws boost. My attack is raised very significantly. Basically has the same after Tough Claws boost is like in effect. It's like 2 points stronger than Kieran Black. Excuse me, Kieran Black, and I think it's like base 170 attack after the Tough Claws is boosted or accounted for. Defense is at 111 and base 85, really solid. HP's not that great. Of course, Mega Evolutions don't get HP stat boost, but it's still phenomenal mon. Will-O-Wisp, Fire Spin, Dragon Dance, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Claw, Flare Blitz, Flamethrower, Outrage, Power Up Punch, Swords Dance, Belly Drum, Seismic Toss, Tailwind, Thunder Punch. There's a lot of things this thing can do. Roar, Reflect, Willow. It even gets counter for things like, well, not specifically for things like, but it does get counter, so it can take like a huge physical hit, live, click counter, and most likely get a knockout against something. This thing has an insane ability to run Dragon Dance Roost and then just dual stab, which is insane. This mon's so good. Things that resist dragon aren't so resistant to fire. Things that resist fire aren't so resistant to dragon. So it's like the perfect typing. I think the only way to make Zard better was to give it an attack stat that equals Tough Claws without the Tough Claws, and give it the Levitate ability and a lot less special attack. Maybe like 110 special attack, 150 attack, and no Tough Claws and Levitate. Then Zard might be a little bit better, but still debatable. Anyways, next up we got Skarmory. We needed some reliable hazards and hazard removal. This thing's one of the best. Spikes, hazard, Stealth Rock, Defog, Roost, Whirlwind, Brave Bird counter, Iron Head, Agility, Pursuit, all kinds of cool things this thing does. Can set up Swords Dance, Agility, like I said, Brave Bird, Iron Head, Swords Dance, Roost, or Whirlwind, X Scissor, all kinds of different things this thing can do. But most notably, it's one of the best hazard mons in the game in terms of hazard control, being able to remove hazards while getting them right back up, remove them, get them right back up, so on and so on. Nice. So, like Manaphy and Charizard synergize really well, and putting Skarmory on there just adds to the synergy. But a little bit concerned about my electric weakness. However, Zard patches it up a little bit as a resist, not quite an immunity. So gonna want to make sure we get that patched up later on. Anyways, next up we got Apollo, the Decidueye. It's gonna be shiny, so ignore what you're seeing on screen. It will be shiny. It will be a male as well. So Decidueye does a lot of cool things. It baton passes at U-turns, so it can grab momentum for you. It can defog, as well as being able to remove stat changes with Haze. It has pretty solid attack and special attack at 107 and 100 respectively. Decent defenses, more specially defensive than defensive, but that's fine. Cool ability in Overgrow, long reach. I'm not sure that's released yet. This thing, like I said, gets Spirit Shackle, so it can trap threats. It gets Sucker Punch, Swords Dance, Synthesis, Tailwind. Like I said, U-turn, so grabbing momentum's always nice. U-turn into things like Zard, into things like Manaphy. He may bring a grass type in, or bring a grass type in on the Decidueye as I'm U-turning out into my Zard, click Flare Blitz, and really hurt something. Just a general idea. This thing does get other ways of setting up, and the ability to use all of its moveset, like Work Up and Phantom Force and Ominous Wind, things like that. Leafage, Leaf Storm, Frenzy Plant. Wouldn't use that because the lack of mobility on the following turn. Seed Bomb, Leaf Blade, Grass Knot, Giga Drain, Energy Ball. It's a really good mod, in my opinion. So next up we got our girl here, Miss Fortune, the Togekiss. Of course, going to be I'm going to go ahead and change this on screen while we're here. Oops. Male. shiny, misfortune, female. So we'll go ahead and take a look at their stats now. So Togekiss has base 85 attack. Excuse me. Base 85 HP, 50 attack. With Hustle, it's boosted. Not quite the strongest, but still boosted. Defense, solid at 95 and 115. Base 120 special attack and base 80 speed. So pretty solid speed tier for a defensive mon. Being able to use Serene Grace to our advantage against other slow defensive mons. Say for example, we're matched up against a Hippowdon. We're both defensive mons, but I'm faster, so I can potentially air slash it down and flinch to win, which would be, it would be a win, but you can't take any pride in a win like that. So what's this thing do? This thing can baton pass as well, so we got another momentum grabber. We got U-turn in Manaphy, and U-turn and baton pass in Decidueye, and now U-turn in Togekiss again. We have Trick, and then there's the normal things it does, like Encore, Air Slash, Wish Protect, Nasty Plot, Heal Bell, Thunder Wave, Air Slash, gets those paraflinches and whatnot. Gets Magic Coat, Light Screen Reflect. A lot of mons get Light Screen Reflect, so could potential, and got a lot of setup too. So got a lot of potential for setup. Tailwind. This thing, like I said, it gets I think it's Belly Drum. I could be mistaken about that. But yeah, just having a nice fairy on the team is really nice. Rounded up my Fairy Dragon Steel core and my Fire Water Grass core with my first 5 picks. Really happy about that. Actually, my first 5 picks were my Fire Water Grass core and my Fairy Dragon Steel core. Just got my Fire and my Dragon in the same mon. Got a couple different ways to resist ground with 2 immunities in Togekiss and Skarmory, 1 resist in Apollo, our Decidueye. Manaphy not really fearing ground types, as we can offensively check it. So Zard's well protected. Fairies aren't a problem. Grass types aren't a problem. With my first pick is grass weak, and then my next 4 pick are grass resistance. Some being 4 times resisted and whatnot. Electric weakness, Zard and Decidueye patch that up pretty well. Fire weakness, Zard patches it up pretty well. Of course, Manaphy as well. Let's see here. What kind of weaknesses do we have that aren't patched yet? We got a Dragon weakness patched with Steel and Fairy. We have a Ground, a Rock resistant. We don't have a Rock resistant yet. We don't have a Ghost resistant. We do have a Fly resist. So so we'll be right back with the rest of our draft. Okay, so here we are with our next pick. Didn't exactly know what to go, but I knew I wanted a fat psychic type with rocks, and Mew being gone, didn't want to use Mesprat again, and was afforded points. So I made my draft 10 mons instead of 11 mons, sacrificed 1 mon to get a little bit more value out of my other mons, which is perfectly fine with me. I got Necrozma here. Necrozma's it's insane. Prison Armor. This Pokemon receives 3 force damage from super effective attacks, so it gets like 25% cut off of the damage output. Base 97 HP, base 107 attack, base 127 special attack, base 101 defense, and 89 special defense. Not too fast, but it does pack rock polish, atomize, calm mind, dark pulse, dragon pulse, stored power. I think I said store powered. Knock off the screens, moonlight, etc. Psycho cut, Zen headbutt. Photon Geyser is really nice. Becomes a physical attack if my attack is higher than my special attack, and it ignores abilities such as Mold Breaker, which really wouldn't matter. It basically just ignores abilities, I suppose. So like if Heat Ran come in and I clicked like Heat Wave or something, it's still going to hit. Wait, no, hold on a second. Photon Geyser. It's a move that. It's a move. It's a move, not an ability. It's a move that ignores abilities. So other moves wouldn't ignore their abilities. So they scratched that what I just said. Anyways, like a Calm Mind Stored powered set, it's very problematic. Good Stealth Rock, like I said, Trick Room, Swords Dance, T-Wave, X-Scissor, Brutal Swing, Embargo. So like if I use like Z Embargo, I'd get a special attack boost. However, this is not my Z-Mon. I think Manaphy's my only Z-Mon. I have to double check on that. I don't really remember. This thing gets Prismatic Laser, which if this was my last Mon and I was facing off against their last Mon, and Prismatic Laser and Psychic were my options, I could probably just click Prismatic Laser and get that. Probably a knockout. It's base 160 power, 100% accurate. So pretty powerful there. If I am an offensive variant, this thing can go. Psychic types, bulky psychic types have the blessing to go either way. To run very complex spreads and whatnot. So yeah, we'll move on to our next Mon here. We got Gunk the Scolipede. Nice speed boost in here. Able to run Life Orb, Focus Sash, Black Sludge in some instances, Poison Point, and Speed Boost, 2 great abilities. Even Swarm if I really wanted to, but most likely not. Mostly going to be Speed Boost. Baton Pass out into things like a Togekiss or a Manaphy or even Necrozma and Zard, even to like a Belly Drum Zard or something. Just having Baton Pass and being able to pass that speed. Now, obviously I can't pass the Swords Dance and speed, or like Calm Mind and speed. I can only pass speed, or I can only pass another stat. It cannot pass speed plus another stat, or but you can pass like multiple stats as long as it's not, speed being passed as well. So like if I set up a Calm Mind, I could pass a Calm Mind but without the speed. Anyways, this thing gets pretty good coverage. Aqua Tail, well, first of all, Stab, Mega Horn, Gunk Shot, Poison Jab, X Scissor, and then it gets coverage, Rock Slide, Aqua Tail, Super Power, etc., etc. It gets Spikes and Toxic Spikes, which is really nice. Swords Dance, Sweepers, pretty cool. I guess they get some other coverage too, but they're a little bit inaccurate and don't really like using inaccurate moves. It does get Smart Strike, but don't really see myself using that. Yeah, that's basically it. What's that? Scolipede passing speed into like a Tailglow Manaphy was like Gen 6 or like Oris OU meta back in the day, so got that rocking here. So next up we needed a little bit more wish passing and a little bit more defensive stuff going on here. So we got the Licky Licky. This thing can bypass taunts with its ability Oblivious. Mostly run leftovers, or maybe like probably just leftovers, yeah. Wish Protect, Ice Beam, Earthquake, Explosion, Flamethrower, gets really cool coverage, Hammer Arm, Heal Bell, Ice Punch, Knockoff, Power Up Punch, Power Whip, Shadow Ball, Thunder Punch, Thunderbolt, Surf, all kinds of cool stuff. Basically just a Wish Passer and a Cleric for the team. Skarmory, Decidueye, Zard, Manaphy, Togekiss, they all love getting a Wish passed into them. Necrozma as well. Necrozma and Licky Licky actually complement each other in terms of defensiveness. They synergize well and can really make a nasty core there. So next up we needed a little bit more hazard control and a little bit more of a wall breaker type thing. So we got the Unburden or Reckless Hitmonlee here. Item will vary a lot on Hitmonlee. Reckless High Jump Kicks, Poison Jab, Stone Edge, Close Combat, Unburden, reversal sets with the Lychee Berry, the Endure, whatnot. Really powerful mon here. Solid special defense and attack stats, decent speed, and then like its HP, defense, and special attack are piss poor. I think this is one of the worst mons in terms of stat distribution. But yeah, Hitmonlee's it's actually my first hatched shiny. Tyrogue evolved into a Hitmonlee. It was awesome. Reminisce on that quite a bit. So let's move on to our last mon. Last but not least, like I said, we do have a electric weakness with no immunity. We have 2 resist but no immunity, and we have 3 mons weak to it, and some other mons that just don't resist it whatsoever. So our last mon here is going to give us stealth rocks and give us an electric resist. We got our boy Gypsy back here. I named it Gypsy because Gypsy made this mon famous, basically. Lots of OU content, lots of draft league content with Stunfish just putting in the fucking work. And I believe Envy actually climbed the OU or X and Y ladder with the Stunfish team. So that's pretty cool. It has really like cool stats. It kind of reminds me of Clefable. Like, its stats aren't really magnificent, but it's got a great ability and an awesome move pool. It's able to set up rocks, discharge, earth power. Pretty cool dual stab there. Grass types resist. It gets Thunder Wave and Toxic. I think it's Pain Split, Infestation, Magnet Rise, Me First, all kinds of cool things where you can potentially catch your opponent off guard. It's got a really cool ability in Static and Limber and Sinville even, but probably wouldn't use that. Limber wouldn't use that either because this Pokemon is an electric type. So Static just being your go-to ability there. Leftovers with its special defense and defense, it's living all kinds of hits. Base 109 HP just makes this thing so fat. And it synergizes really well with my team, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the squad. Looking forward to a hype season 6 of the UBC. I think my team captain is going to be Zardex, my boy Reddington. My boy Reddington here going to be team captain. And yeah, hopefully we can get some victories this season. Season 5 wasn't the best, but we're going to be a lot more in tune with our team. Going to be a lot more in tune with the rules and the deadlines and stuff like that, and going to be much more prepared for this season. I think the competition's still pretty stout. We got CJ and Vepsis and Immortal Mints. I'm not sure who else. There's some new coaches involved, I believe, but that's a couple that I remember that are like solid battlers. So yeah, looking forward to that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about our draft here, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.